Okay, here's the final part of the pergola on the bottom. I put the beams in the 4x4 beams inside these 6x6 hollow beams that came with this pergola, and to give it more strength. And I raised it a little bit. I raised it about 2 inches right here or so, because my hot tub cover there kind of hits the top of the rafter, the wood there. So I raised it a little bit, and here's the gap that I had. And so I finished cutting with my wet saw the pavers just so they fit around it, but left about an inch gap or so around each post, inner post, the 4x4 that's inside those posts right now. And they're about 2 feet in the ground and with concrete. And I wanted the 6x6 post to also support the pergola, because we really get when the hurricane hits, when it comes from the ocean there, it comes right across this pond right here. There's no wind block at all, and so I got to make this kind of strong, and that's just to reinforce that hollow beam. But I used some high strength concrete, what I've been using for the rest of the work, and that's going to be the gap or so, and the beams, these 6x6 beams, will rest on that little piece of concrete. I used the pieces of wood that I cut just from some plywood, anywhere 1/2 inch plywood or so, and made little squares around each post, and let it dry overnight. And I screwed those on to the post, and they made the form for me. You can see all of them a lot like that. There's 6 of them. One over there, here, and so there's 6 of those posts. The pavers that were laid here are a little bit unlevel. The guys who did this paver job for me made a slope toward this gate, and that's the slope. That's the size of the slope. The pergola is off, and from the rest of them, you can see I raised it about 2 inches all the way around or so on the other ones, but here, this is the slope, how far off I am. I don't know why they didn't keep the paver coming level all the way out to this gate, but this is what we got. And sometimes you just got to live with, I guess. And I don't know why they couldn't just keep it level with the hot tub they have sit over there. They kept the hot tub at level ground. In fact, they laid a slab, a 9x9 slab underneath that hot tub right now the pavers are sitting on, with some sand. And then they brought this on just paver dirt out to this point here. And but that's the unlevelness right there. It's probably about 2 inches out, 3 inches out or so out of level right there, that I had to shore this one beam right here a little higher than most, but it's going to be fine. It's all sitting pretty level. I got a little bit, like half a bubble slope toward the water here, and it's going to shed off the water with me for me a little bit on top. And but yeah, I'm going to get a support and screw it into the ground, and which I have concrete underneath there now, because I took those pavers up and dug a little deeper and put concrete in those areas. I just didn't trust the measurements the first time I put this on, and all these little holes in the screws got to line up, and it kind of gave me the drawing the measurement, but I wanted to wait until the pergola was already assembled so I know right where they go, and that's why I did it this way. You can take a beam off, and I supported it on the sides there, and on both sides, and took the beam off, unscrewed it, and did the work. I took the pavers up there and did the work there, and dug down about 2 feet on each one of them. It should give me some pretty good wind hurricane resistance, and I'm going to screw another support into the beam right here but I just wanted to give you an update on that right there. And the backyard's a mess, but it's going to be a little paradise at some point. And because we got a small yard, it's not a real big yard. All right, God bless. Bye bye.